Tonight is going to be so much fun. We're talking to Laura from GFree Love. Actually, she's gfreelove.com, but her hashtag is gfreelove. And I get to talk about my favorite thing in the world, chocolate. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to GFree and Happy. That happens every Monday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, Kathy. I've been GFree since, actually this is my anniversary month for 4 years. I have been so happy that it's actually GFree and Happy. For 4 years now being GFree. It's so wonderful, and I wanted to connect with other GFree people out there, especially Laura, who we'll be talking to in a few minutes, and all the people on chat. Thank you so much. And I wish I had wine. I only have red, and it would stain my teeth. But Laura has some wine. So this show is brought to you by Ovaleye. Ovaleye TV hosts and produces live video events built to meet your objective. Visit ovaleye.tv to request a free 30-minute consultation today to find out more about going live with your brand. If you want anything to do with a show like this, visit ovaleye.tv today. So tonight I have GFree Laura. Actually, she's the cutest thing I've ever seen. She's on Twitter like you wouldn't believe. She's connects well with others. There's a picture of her. She's very young, and she's got a ton of information about how she goes about being G-free, and she has this wonderful hashtag, and that's why I have her on tonight, because it's starting out February, the month of love. So her hashtag is gfreelove. So we'll have Laura on in a couple minutes. But first, I want to share. I got every week I review some kind of fun product that I love. And thank you, Yesenia. She sent me this package in the mail she works for a company that produces. Let me show you again. It's really heavy too. It's a box full of Dagobah chocolate. I mean, the best chocolate. The box that I went and got in the mail smelled like lavender and chocolate, because the first chocolate in this is lavender. Look at that. Yummy, with a hint of blueberry. It's actually lavender, blueberry, dark chocolate, lavender essence, and wild blueberries. And it would go really well with your wine you guys are having tonight in the chat. I'll have mine after the show. I also wanted to show, let me get their website up here. They have a ton of products, actually, not just chocolate. And by the way, these are all certified gluten-free. It says in the back there. You always have to look for that if possible. So on their site, it's dagobahchocolate.com. They have so many things that I was amazed at how many. Let me get it. Baking products. I mean, they have oh, there's a picture on the screen. They have hot chocolate. They have dark chocolate drops to cook with. There's a hot chocolate bag. And I had no idea and then look at this. This looks really yummy. Chai drinking chocolate, and it's with the cacao powder pod on the website. Check it out. It's really yummy. It's organic. I didn't know that they had all these products out there, and that's why I'm also showing you this, because I want you to look for it. I know Whole Foods has, at least the one I have in that's local, and a couple local stores in town too highlight these chocolate bars. So check them out. Dagobah chocolates, and the website is Dagobah. Do we have that on the? There it is, right there on the bottom. Check them out and try their chocolates. They're amazing. So now that I did my chocolates, by the way, one more time, a whole basket of chocolates. Thank you again, Yesenia. I want to bring on my guest, Laura. GFree Laura. What a cute name, too, to go with your cuteness. Welcome to the show, Laura. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, I said welcome. Hello.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
I found you, by the way. Peanut nut free, yes. Wait, hold on. Curious peanut nut free too. That's a good question. I'll have to find out and let you know. On chat, by the way. Now, back to Laura, sorry. Laura, I found you on Twitter.
Yes.
And you had that hashtag, GFreeLaura. I mean, you had the hashtag GFreeLove.
Yeah.
And you connect well with people, especially like me, who was just starting out on Twitter as GFree. You connect well with the community. And that's another reason why I had you on tonight, too, because it's all about the GFree love. And I think you share it so well online. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm GFree Laura, or you can just call me Laura. I started my blog around 2 years ago almost. I've been gluten-free for almost 4. I basically just wanted to create a brand online, and I thought that joining the gluten-free community was the perfect place to do that because I have a marketing background, so that's why I wanted to do that. And it grew from just something that I was trying to grow with into kind of like my life. People refer to me as GFree Laura, whether they're gluten-free or not. My friends refer to me as GFree Laura. So it's kind of a full-time hobby for me now. I really enjoy connecting with people online and helping them, steering them in the right direction. Giving them something to connect the diet with, because sometimes it's very difficult, and I like to do a positive spin on everything. That's basically what I do with GFree Laura. And I do product reviews. I write about gluten-free experiences. And I also review restaurants and different things like that.
And you actually guest blog too, and I have a couple on the screen behind me. Is this your website or is this, no, but it's gluten-free hot products. The only products I've ever seen on this website are from you, that you review. So you review on glutenfreehotproducts.com, and you also write guest blogs on celiaccentral.org. Do you guest blog other places too?
I guest blog on Rudy's gluten-free blog, their Baked on the Bright Side blog. And then I also do some non-gluten-free blogs, but we can just focus on the gluten-free stuff right now. But Gluten-Free Hot Products blog is with the National Foundation for Celiac Awareness, and it's their source for new products and a way to get them out to the community and let everyone know what we think about them. So I do bi-weekly reviews for them. I just had one go up on Saturday. So I try to get those out on a regular basis there.
Well, and that's how I found these other websites, through you too, because I fall in love with bloggers that connect well with me, and you connected, and with some other ones. But the deeper you go into your website, the more you get into the gluten-free community, because you've been blogging for, it'll be a year next month, right?
It'll be 2 years.
2 years.
My blogiversary is 2 years.
Wow.
And yeah, next month. So
you've been doing this for a while.
Yes, the first year was a little slower, and the last year has been the more exciting one. But it definitely takes time to build your audience and build your voice and everything. So I think I'm in a really good place with that right now.
Let's talk about being social online, the social media part. It sounds like you've grown in the 2 years. Talk about some of the advantages to this, having a Twitter handle and a Facebook and guest blogging. How has that grown your brand?
Well, I don't think I could have such a successful personal brand if I wasn't in such a great community as the online gluten-free community, because we're all really supportive. And then also there's so many great companies to connect with and to be able to promote. It's just really a blessing to be able to do all of that. Twitter definitely helps find new people. You can simply search a hashtag gluten-free or celiac, and you just come up with all of these different brands and different bloggers that you can look to for resources. And I've connected with a lot of people through doing that. Facebook is also great for sharing. And then it's really helped me grow my blog utilizing those social media platforms.
And the people that want you to review their products, they contact you and you talk to them from all over. Yes. And you haven't really gone too many places.
I just got another request for review today for some cookies, so
darn,
it's not exactly great for the waistline, but it certainly is fun.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I found a lot of great information on your blog, and your posts crack me up. Can you show someone? There's she did a housewife. It was New Jersey housewife, right?
Yes.
She did a blog about what was the title of that?
The gluten-free housewives of Rudy's, or the gluten-free housewives of New Jersey, and I just related the different characters to gluten-free products.
And you've done it for Britney Spears, you did it for Kim Kardashian, and you spin it in a fun way, because some people have been a little negative on the celebrity diets and things.
Yeah.
Sometimes the celebrities help out the community. I know you're looking, I have a ton of pictures of Laura, so he's looking through the millions of them. Yeah, I think you should. Some of these pictures that we're going to show tonight are either fun recipes she's done, or like this one, you went to the Celiac Awareness Tour, and this is all finding the community. Oh, and we'll go back to that one. The one he's showing now, the producer, is the toaster. This one is your sister, but the toaster test, put Laura back on here and let's talk about that toaster test. That's such a cute picture of you and your sister too.
Thank you.
You did a little test.
The toaster test, I actually connected with a company called Nport LLC, and they have the gluten tox test kits. It's so you can test different products that you're unsure whether they have gluten in them or not. This comes in handy if you go to another country and you bring back spices or different things like that that don't actually have labels on them. But I wanted to use it and try to connect it to something that everyone would relate to. So I put a piece of Rudy's gluten-free bread into the gluten eater toaster of the household. And I wanted to see if the bread would end up having any gluten on it, if I could scrape off the pieces of the bread and see if it came back with a positive reading. And it actually didn't. And I was kind of disappointed at first, but then it triggered me to think, like, I still wouldn't ever risk using this toaster. And it was actually, it helped my post a little bit because it brought in that controversy that people have and people's opinions. So it actually worked in my favor a little bit.
Yeah, and that kind of helps boost your visibility too when you do the controversial ones.
Yeah.
So, and I think you do a great job in showing kind of a biased opinion too, compared to some.
I try to.
So a couple of the pictures we've shown are some of the recipes you've done and from different products, and we'll go into that in a minute. This one is a bread pudding you made. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I made that for the Rudy's blog, and it was actually my stepdad's grandma, or I think it was my stepdad's grandma's original recipe, so it was kind of a family thing that I was able to use and get out there with. A gluten-free spin on it.
That's wonderful. There's a ton of pictures that I found on your Facebook page that had either you were testing the products, you were going out, and that's what we're going to talk about for some of the fun Valentine's, if you're in, out, whatever you want to do. But you have a couple great tips. I want to know, before you go into that, you had a cheesecake on there. Can we get that to go? Do you remember that cheesecake you went to like a restaurant and ate that?
Yes, it's a local diner in downtown Toledo. They just literally have the best gluten-free food you could imagine. And when we go there, we have to plan and make sure that we're hungry. We're not going to plan on eating for a while because you just stuff your face when you're there. They have amazing gluten-free buns, gluten-free bread, pizza, and it's all homemade right inside there. They do it every morning before they do anything else, and that cheesecake is in when you walk in, and it's just like you can't eat there without having a piece of that. It's amazing.
That just, and especially because most of the GFree kind of cheesecakes don't have that bottom crust too. It's like, oh, boring. At least you get to taste it. But that had it all. I mean, it's like you could compare a regular cheesecake. We could go on about cheesecake. Let's talk about some of the things that you would do for Valentine's Day.
Well, I don't have a Valentine. There's no one lucky enough out there for me.
Is anybody in the chat?
But my tip for anyone who's planning Valentine's Day, whether you're single or not, is to, I think, don't try and do something brand new on the day, because you're just going to increase your chances of having things mess up. I think you should go to, if you're going to go out to eat, go to a restaurant that you have been to before and you've had a good experience, because the second you try at a new place that you heard can accommodate gluten-free, something's going to go wrong and your night's going to be ruined. If you're single, I advise getting a bag of chocolate and sitting and eating nearly the entire thing, because calories don't count on Valentine's Day. And also, wine is always a great thing to turn to as well. So.
Well, let's look at that nice glass of wine you've got here with the etched your friend gave you. How nice is that?
I got it for Christmas from my best friend. She got that glass for me because we both love wine, and then she knows I love GFree Laura, so it was two great things combined into one.
Hint, hint to my family that's watching this. Producer. Happy Valentine's. A nice glass of wine with GFree and Happy. I think that would be good. So do you have plans? I mean, can we talk about what have you done in the past too for fun? I'm a happily married wife that sits here, and I think we've enjoyed some dinners out and in, but I want to hear about you.
Well, I actually have a friend here that's gluten-free as well, so we're going to go to a local gluten-free restaurant and enjoy some gluten-free Italian food, some dessert. Like I said, calories don't count, so we'll have all of that.
Calories don't count on Valentine's Day. I like that.
And then we're going to see a Nicholas Sparks movie, which I'm not entirely sure that's a good decision, because usually by the end of those you just end up depressed. But we'll
have your bag of chocolate with you.
Yeah, we'll hope for the best.
Yes, that sounds very nice. And I'm curious, what Italian restaurant do you go to? Is it a local one or?
It's Biaggi's. I know they have different chains. I actually have never been there, but she's been there multiple times, and my parents have been there too, so they said it's a good experience. But they have the gluten-free bread, and they have all that stuff that you want when you go out to eat, so it'll be a good experience.
Nice. And how do you spell that?
Biaggis, I believe.
Because I haven't found a restaurant yet that had bread, gluten-free bread, so that would be nice. Yes. I mean, they've had a bun, not yummy bread.
Yeah, there's a couple local places that have the really good bread here, too. So
Where do you live? Because my local places don't have that.
I'm in Toledo, Ohio. And then I've also been places in Cleveland and Pittsburgh and different larger cities like that, Columbus. And I've been lucky enough to find some little treasure restaurants with the bread and all that stuff that you're looking for.
Just to have it when everybody else is having it would be nice. Or, you know, just a a little treat there. All right, so let's talk about your reviews you've done. Give us a couple ideas of the products you've really enjoyed reviewing, and tell us a little bit about that.
I get a lot of baked goods from different bakeries.
Are they already made, or do you cook them? I mean, because
I get both, but I do get a lot of the ones from bakeries, and those are great. But one of my favorite products I've ever gotten is from a brand called Kitchen Table. It's KITCH and table.com.
I must have seen that on a picture of yours. We might have that.
It's a startup company. The girl's such a sweetheart.
It's on your website. I saw that.
Yes, there's a link on my website.
Let me get it.
It's amazing pizza crust that you can make yourself at home. It's not a frozen.
It's not
crust
hard.
That you buy.
Yeah.
And then the brownies are out of this world. You won't be able to stop eating them.
Oh,
so
really?
Those are my favorite mixes I've ever gotten. And then also on the list, great cookies I've gotten is Liz Lovely cookies. They're not necessarily the healthiest thing. You don't want to look at the calories in each one, but they were amazing cookies. They were actually on Shark Tank.
That's where I've heard that.
Yes, earlier in the fall, I believe they were on Shark Tank.
It was a husband and wife team?
Yes.
Yes.
Cowboy Dan.
Yeah.
Cowboy Dan is so those were really great. And then Canyon Bakehouse focaccia bread is just, you will die when you eat it. We just made it last week, and my mom and I, or maybe me a little more, we ate the entire thing.
So do you have like a gym membership now so you can do all this?
Yes, I pretty much have to work out every day because I get way too many things, and a lot of things I get to review are the baked goods or the mixes. So I really have to try to stay on top of that. My sister's friends, they follow me, and they always ask my sister, I don't understand how she isn't 500 pounds.
Yes, especially. Oh, and then on your blog here, or on Facebook, I saw Udi's French baguette. I've never tried that one.
Oh, those are great. You get 2 of them in a bag, and they're not even that high, like in calories, so you don't feel bad about that. I may have eaten an entire loaf in one sitting, but I used them and did a simple bruschetta recipe with them, because a lot of the recipes I do on my site are simple because I'm not really that gifted.
I'm
in
not
that
either.
area. Yeah. So I try to do the simple ones that I think people would actually see and want to go do, rather than the ones that you look at and you get like scared at the amount of ingredients and all that. So I like to take some of the products like that and do the simple recipes with them.
Yes, let's talk about how people can find you too, because I follow her now on Instagram. Actually, I follow you on everything that I can, because I've learned so much from you too. So why don't you tell us where everybody can find you?
Well, I'm on Twitter at gfreelove, and Instagram as well at gfreelove. I'm on Facebook. You can like me. It's facebook.com/gfreelove. I'm on Pinterest as well at gfreelove. There's a common trend here. And then Google Plus. You can find me on Google Plus as well if you're on there. And then also my blog, gfreelove.com. You can visit. I try to update every few days, so there's usually something new, whether it's a product or a recipe or a fun gluten-free experience-based, some of my strange posts that I come up with. So
I don't know, how do you come up with it? I think it's because you're young, because I've never thought of those things. They're good.
Well, it's partly my marketing background, and I read marketing books to come up with, good ideas for blog posts. And then the creativity side, I get that from my family. So, and then honestly, I think of a lot of my posts when I'm running or when I'm working out, or I was just driving home from the mall earlier and thought of another idea for a post. So it's just random times, and I just try to write them down real quick before I forget them.
Well, like I said, I follow everything she does. I love her pictures. I love your honesty on all your posts too. I think they're very good. And so I want everybody to follow. This won't be the last time you see Laura on my show, because I'm hoping to have her back soon. And we have some other fun things we're talking about. So Laura, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this show tonight. I've learned, like I said, so much from you, and I want you to have a happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
So that, like I said, follow her on everything, especially if you're gluten-free, because she kind of gets you connected into that wonderful community we have online. So February is a wonderful love month of Love and GFree, and I've got great guests on. So next week, I have April, and she's back to demonstrate some fun cocktails and appetizers or desserts. We haven't decided, but April from Gluten is My Bitch. Cracks me up every time I say that. Perfect name. We've got some great names out there. But she'll be on next week demonstrating some fun cocktails, so everybody grab a cocktail next week and join me on Monday. This is Kathy with gfreeandhappy.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and gfreeandhappy.com. Talk to you next week.